Yeah, so like I was saying, as far as they were talking about this Pfizer thing and blah 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 blah, supposed to be better and all these types of things, right? And it was supposed to be better, and these types of things, and that other one was supposed to be, Pfizer was supposed to be the best out of the bunch, and then this other thing was supposed to be not as harmful. Okay, but now let's go here and look at what we got going here. This is USA Today. Okay, it was about 4 days ago. I'm putting this together now. So, like I said, this took me a few days here and there to be able to piece this together and whatnot because I knew I had saw something else and I had to try to find it, and it was kind of hard for me to find again. So anyway, but here we go. Okay, so a fact check. It's talking about the Washington Post. It says that it claims that it does what it does, which is what they had put the guy on was thinners for what it is that you see in the title here, and the same thing that Deion Sanders was saying that he's on now, and he was a big spokesman for you know doing the elixir thing, when it first dropped, you know, not understanding that he had those situations with his feet from AstroTurf to begin with, and so all that stuff was kind of jammed together and twisted up and all this other kind of stuff. So in the process of none of that stuff was going through there quite the way it was supposed to in the first place, and then putting that elixir in the mix of that created other issues that they had to do what they did, and you saw how his feet looked and everything else. Okay, you see what the claim is, and this is the FDA. Okay, Food and Drug Administration limit the use of, like I said. So this was all, like I said. So this is all tying together what had been saying a little earlier or whatnot. Because like I said, I knew it was an article that did tie some of this stuff together. So here we go. Let me see. I'm gonna highlight it so it can come up. So, okay. Okay. Food and Drug Administration limited the use of it early May due to the risk and that's what they did, with this thing here. We let the blue catch it. Come on. Yeah. Okay. A condition that causes what it does. Okay? Cool. So now, it says some social media users are blah, blah, blah. But here's what it says. Okay? So the FDA finally came out and said that, reads December the 17th tweet. Okay? So now they want to say that the claim, read through, said, but the claim is baseless. This is what the Post is saying here. This is what USA Today is saying, that the claim was baseless. The assertion stems from a recently published study, but here's what it is. But the claim is baseless. The assertion stems from a recently published study led by what? Food Drug Administration researchers, which is what the FDA is. The assertion stems from a recently published study led by FDA researchers and other medical professionals that found a statistical signal between in the lungs and the but this signal does not prove that, medical experts told USA Today. They found it, but it doesn't prove. And for everybody that puts something out, they go always try to find somebody to to control the narrative, help them from a medical standpoint, try to control the narrative. Okay. Okay. It says, okay, now, but here's what it's saying. It's saying the man is supposed to be bagging up what they saying. Okay. This dude agreed, noting that the study did not account for underlying risk factors. But none of them did. None of them did the research necessary. None of them had the time frame necessary for it to be known in the first place. Okay, they had to go around all kinds of so-called laws that was put in place with loophole stopgaps put in bullshit places just so that they can get all that shit out. Other limitations of the study included early warning system falsely identifying a signal or diagnostic billing codes and claims data billing codes. Remember, I told you a while back, when this had first kind of jumped off, and in the midst of it, that they was labeling everything this to scare the public. Okay, they was labeling everything, yeah, all the so-called underlying factors, all the stuff that people already had. Okay, all that was being labeled this too, to blow that number up, that people was dying from from uh, from the 19C. Okay, so because that was always the question: what happened to all the other people that had all these other ailments? That this, that, and other, everything is that, and they was even billing it just that way. I personally know someone, and then she's not an advocate of any of this. Took 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 the elixir and everything else, but she's got someone that she knows personally that they said that the nurse told her that they passed from one thing, but they labeled it 19C, because there was a difference of about $20,000 as to what the government would give them in the process of. One thing was like 12 something, other thing was like 30 something. So it was like an $18,000 difference just to put that label on. So because the early warning system does not prove, but like I said, they didn't do any of the research that they needed to begin with. So, like I said, and they always got people that step up. You had people that lost their careers behind speaking out against it. And you always got those that's going to be part of the system that's going to go along with it. So with that all having been said, let me put another scripture on this. actually. So this is First Timothy 6:20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science, falsely so called. So they did all this shit under the name of science, but they didn't know. They didn't know. And that's what it really means. As a matter of fact, let me go here and pull that up. Do it this way. It's linear. So, O Timothy, that which is committed to thy trust, keep avoiding profane and vain babblings, oppositions, falsely so called science. Right? Pull that word up, see what it means. Knowledge, okay, the word is genos, knowledge, significant in general, intelligence, understanding, basically to know something. The general knowledge, okay, blah, blah, blah. B, the deeper, more perfect and large knowledge of, okay, let's go to D. Moral wisdom such as seeing and right living, okay. Strong's definition, knowledge, i.e., by implication, knowledge, science. To know. They should know something. That's what it means. So science, and that word is go back to genos, and genos, it basically means to know, or you know something. They didn't know, but they put it out there like they did and had everybody buy into it. Okay? So with that all having been said, like I said, I just want to put a couple of scriptures together and whatnot with a couple articles and whatnot and show you that. And I did this because you got another, like I said again, you got another wave of things getting ready to come down the pipe. Okay, they'd already did the exercise and these types of things, so it's just a matter of time before they kick it loose. Okay, and whatnot. Whether or not they go use the same name, and give it a different strand or not of these 19 other variants, okay, or not, I don't know. But what I do know is, like I said, it ain't over with. So with that, I want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash, to the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York. I want to send double honors because they do rule well. The elder bishops out of Connecticut, apostles down in Texas, double honors because they do rule well for the brethren around the world, pushing this truth uncut, unfiltered, giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly of it, breaking it down, declaring war on the planet. Salutations. Just hold on, like I said, we see there's a major cleaning going on in the house of Israel as well. So hey, just pray, fast, ask the Lord forgive you, and stay humble. That's the biggest thing I see going around, is that the humility isn't being exercised and used the way it's supposed to. You got to be humble in this thing. If not, it's going to show itself, and you're going to wind up finding yourself on the outside, not even looking in, because you're going to be put in gross darkness, so you ain't going to be able to see what's going on in here. So with all that having been said, for the first group of people, like I said, the apostles and the elders, the hopeful elect, the brothers is out there on the street, and a few aquaps is listening to Say the Charity. To you all, I wish a hearty shalom. And for the 2/3 Israelites and 17 other nations who are in the midst of this shit and don't recognize and don't see it, a bar.